Okay, so cast your mind back to the early 2000s Cartoon Network show. Teen Titans was one of the most top tier shows of the time. I can't think of a single one of my friends that does not love the original series. In the UK, Teen Titans came out on Cartoon Network in 2003, and a couple of years later in 2006 we got a video game, a beat 'em up video game just called Teen Titans. Came out on Xbox, PS2 and GameCube. I still have my original copy of this game, and from what I can see and what I've heard online is it's actually quite hard to find this game nowadays, especially in like North American regions. But thankfully I've still kept my PS2 version of this game, and this game is so much better than it used to be. Like honestly, it's one of my favourite beat 'em up games of the era, and it's a Cartoon Network game, which is so weird to think about. I don't know how many other people played this game, because when I talk about it to some people, they just have no idea that it even existed. And why would you? Because like you just disregard most Cartoon Network games. A lot of the Cartoon Network games were just rubbish. They were quick cash grab games, almost like asset flips that you get now. Never really had good controls, never had good storylines. They were very much like aimed for younger audiences, but for some reason the Teen Titans game was just immense. Basically, if you ever played like any of the Marvel Ultimate Alliance or like X-Men Legend games, it's that sort of gameplay, except for you only have the Teen Titans, which is like what, Robin, Starfire, Cyborg, Beast Boy and Raven, so all 5 of them. You can swap between them quite easily. It makes it quite like fun to do so, and they all have fairly different powers, fairly unique powers. A lot of their, I will say this now, a lot of their like ultimate powers, especially for Starfire and Cyborg, tends just to be a big beam of energy just to take out a load of people. But then like Raven has like an area attack, Beast Boy turns into like a gorilla and just like smashes everything, and Robin throws like a load of like batarangs at people. Overall the dynamic's good, the characters seem very varied and different, and yeah, it's pretty good fun times. Replaying this again to capture footage made me realise that all of the original voice actors actually reappear, reprise their roles, which is actually really cool. It adds so much more to the game, and the game has this like cartoonish cell shade graphics. Obviously the show was in 2D, but this is in 3D, and it's a really good like depiction of the characters. The game was developed by Artificial Mind and Movement and published by THQ, like I said, back in 2006. So it had some decent studio behind it and developers behind it, or publishers, developers behind it. Yeah, I just feel like everyone like just never played it. Like I just don't know why it's not more talked about, especially people my age, because the show was such a big thing on Cartoon Network. Looking at reviews for the time that when this game came out, it had very middling reviews. It got like, I think its highest review score was around 74%, but the rest of it kind of sits in around the 60% score, which isn't terrible, but it isn't like the worst thing ever. And I genuinely think that is because a lot of reviewers were just put off the fact that it's a Cartoon Network game, and it is very easy to like disregard a Cartoon Network game as just, like I said, aimed for younger audiences and a bit sort of slapdash. But seriously, if you have the ability to play this game, just give it a go. It is unbelievably fun. It's constantly action packed. The enemies are never too hard, but they are challenging, which is a good like balance to have. The level design is really nice. It varies quite a lot, and the plot is like something directly out of the show. Like it could be a secret episode or an extra episode of one of the series. So if you're big on Teen Titans or DC heroes, I would absolutely say this is a must have or must play. But like I said previously, apparently it's quite hard to track down. If you're going to try and get it in power regions in the UK, you're going to be looking at paying anywhere between like £30 to like £60 or £70 if you want a full complete edition with the manual. Alternatively, it might be easier just to emulate this game. I'm not a big fan of emulation myself, mainly because I don't really understand the best ways to do it, but if that's a way you can play it, just go for it. And that goes the same in North America. from what I can tell looking on eBay, it is quite expensive, along with like the other Cartoon Network games that came out. Due to like copyright issues, it's just skyrocketed in value. Like Shaolin Showdown apparently is worth quite a lot in North American regions. But yeah, that's me rambling about Teen Titans the video game on PS2, Xbox and GameCube. There was also a Game Boy Advance version, but that is pretty much a completely different game. If you have enjoyed the video, please remember to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Comment below if you remember playing this game or if you ever did play this game, because I'd absolutely, as always, love to discuss this game with anyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.